Trump is doing, where he's doubling down on unpopular. People are not going to like this. They don't like. Why are you going on these ICE raids? I don't understand that. You're a guy who we know for so many years who has been working to put families together, to bring families who are apart and heal them.
Messed up.
And now you're going on raids with
no, it's not the Dr. Phil. No.
That's bullshit. If you arrest somebody, a citizen that has committed a crime or is DUI with the child vaccine, do you think they don't separate the family right there? That's not of course they do. What are you talking about? I was hearing you in your monologue saying you've got these ICE agents with masks on. Yes. Well, let me tell you why they have their mask on. Because we actually have legislators who passed laws about immigration and funded those laws to be executed. They actually paid these agents to go out and do this, and now they're doxing them. They're putting their names, their pictures, their addresses of their families on the internet. They're putting them on telephone poles. So of course they're wearing masks so they don't get outed, so people can do violence against their families. The negative actions against ICE agents are up 1,000% in the last several months. 130% violence against them. And why them? They didn't make the laws. They didn't make that law. What are you expecting to do? Just not do their job? If you don't like the law, change it. I don't like that law at all. Change the law.
If you don't like it, where are you going?
Because that is the law.
I'm just asking.
What I'm going on, I've looked at
But I don't like hunting. I don't go out with hunters, you know.
But they've got 12. No, wait a minute. They've got the ICE raids I've been on. I've seen the files. They've got a rap sheet, 12, 14 different cases long of child predators that they're taking off the street. These are the worst first that they're taking off the streets. Who would want them back in their community?
We all agree with that.
Dr.Phil. That was
Hold on. Answer the question. Who wants those people back in there? These
No one.
are violent criminals.
I keep answering your questions, and you keep saying I'm not answering your question. Nobody wants that. But we all didn't want violent criminals and gangs, but that pivoted to going to Home Depot. You know, when Trump came down the first time from the escalator, he said, you know, the rapists and the criminals and some I assume are good people. The ones standing in front of Home Depot, just looking for an honest day's work, for an honest day pay, those are the good people, I assume. There are some... Let me say this.
What you said was very eloquent and beautiful. It sounded great. But here's the reason why. When we look at what they're doing, I totally agree with you about ICE being victimized. They're not the villains here. I got that part. They're just doing their jobs. I totally agree with that. But we have to pay attention to what's really transpiring. They talked about migrants, immigrants, who were criminals. We're going after the criminals. They're talking about how they deported 253,000. Okay, they're talking about how they don't have enough beds for the people that they imprisoned, essentially, and are about to deport. The kind of things that they said they were going to do. People are challenging whether or not they're actually doing that. And when you're going to Home Depot, when you're going to people's jobs, when you've been given authorization to enter churches and enter other properties, the fact is that those are the kind of things that are going on, and you're having immigrants with this. And listen, I'm all for closing the borders. I don't have a problem with that. I really, really don't. But how you do it, how they've been doing it, and who they have been targeting.